One of the many powerful statements made by former President George H.W. Bush was, "There is but one just use of power, and it is to serve people." On February 11th, our parish, named for our country's third president, Thomas Jefferson, will be 193 years old. Our form of government, adopted in 1958, is in its 59th year, and we are better now than ever before. Within parish government, we cannot operate day to day without our employees, who are so deeply dedicated to their jobs and public service. We strive and have taken major steps to ensure we are the very best within, so that you get the very best of us and the highest level of service. That is what you, as our residents and business owners, deserve. In addition to our tremendous staff members, let's take a moment to talk about some other parish resources that we are working to cultivate. The ports are a major resource to Jefferson Parish. My administration has been engaged with prospective tenants who have expressed interest in the Avondale Shipyards property on the west bank of Jefferson Parish. During the legislative session, with the help of State Representative Julie Stokes, we worked to establish concurrent jurisdiction with the Port of South Louisiana. That measure was put on hold when the Port of New Orleans offered to get more involved with the Jefferson Parish land running along the Mississippi, particularly the Avondale site, which has a promising future. JETCO is the economic development arm of the parish and has worked to bring in major development in our area. Through the leadership of its executive director, Jerry Baloney, construction is complete at Dyna Noble's $850 million ammonia facility. This new company has created dozens of new jobs and retained over 400 positions. This is one of the largest economic development projects in JETCO's history. CarMax, voted one of Fortune's best companies to work for, is set to build a $30 million facility in the city of Kenner. This will be their second location in the state and will bring in over 350 jobs. Jefferson Parish loses millions of dollars in sales tax revenue to internet sales. We have worked with the U.S. Chamber, as well as the Jefferson Chamber, to level the playing field. Through discussions with one of the biggest internet sales companies, Amazon, we have formed a relationship and they have entered into a voluntary collection agreement in which Jefferson Parish will now receive sales taxes on items sold in our parish through Amazon. We are hoping to convince the U.S. delegation to support legislation to make this the norm, not the exception. Moving along to our healthcare resources, the physical health of our residents can determine the health of our parish. That is why the lease transaction with LCMC is in its final stages of completion. When my term started, the parish faced a potential deficit of several million dollars based on financial reports provided. Fortunately, we soon determined the inaccuracy of those figures. Councilman Paul Johnson, along with the rest of the parish council, helped to bring hospital consultants, Nimzoff and Associates, back into the transaction to make sure that the true-up is completed successfully. We also worked with the council to hire a forensic auditor to ensure that all the monies the parish is entitled are properly accounted for and recovered. East Jefferson General Hospital plans to open 2 new freestanding emergency rooms in Metairie and Kenner over the next 2 years. Each is expected to focus on giving the community closer and more efficient access to health care. Ochsner Health Systems announced a $360 million expansion by 2018, which includes plans for an additional 7 floors to the Medical Center West Tower, as well as expansion of the Gail and Tom Benson Cancer Center. Ochsner will build a west campus along Jefferson Highway, creating nearly 3,500 jobs once complete. The development of this facility will include the removal of blighted property and reinvestment of several million dollars to produce major economic development in Jefferson Parish. Now to discuss outreach. Our Community Development Department, through the work of our JeffCap program, was awarded a $34 million Head Start grant. Our unique program provides much-needed prenatal care for expecting mothers and works to educate children from birth to 5 years of age. With regard to the Jefferson Parish school system, we have worked with our colleagues there to offer early childhood programs in areas of our parish that have a need but may not quite have met federal program requirements. We are making significant progress with this initiative. A collaborative effort is underway by the Jefferson Finance Authority, the Jefferson Parish Housing Authority, and the Community Development Department for first-time homebuyers. This program will get young families out of the public housing programs, including public housing or Section 8 vouchers. Right now, we have identified over 60 families that qualify and are on their way to independence and being stakeholders in Jefferson. This administration vowed to help offer the very best in transportation options for our residents, and after much discussion, we worked with the Council and expanded the Parish Transportation Ordinance. This helps ensure traditional for-hire and new app-based transportation options are permitted here. This gives residents as many transportation options as possible, and plans are in the works to incorporate these app-based systems into our transit program. By bringing riders to the grid, we can be all-inclusive. Protecting and restoring our coast is vital to our businesses, fisheries, and energy industry. With the help of the Council, a new Coastal Zone Management Coordinator was hired to focus strictly on this measure. Now, with a specialized seat at the table, we have the expertise to draw over $90 million over 15 years from the BP Economic Settlement, the Restore Act passed by the federal government, and Go Mesa. The coordinator will certainly give the parish an upper hand in this area. On to the financial state of the parish, which has significantly improved. We faced the difficult task of funding nearly $10 million of unfunded mandates set forth by the Council in 2015. Thanks to the ongoing efforts of the Finance Department, we not only bridged that gap, but we also balanced the $613 million budget, all the while retaining a AA bond rating. Part of that balanced budget entailed fully funding the District Attorney's Office, and through the efforts of this administration, we have achieved that goal. We believe the District Attorney's Office must have the adequate means for prosecutorial needs, drug court and rehabilitation, and juvenile services. One of the crowning achievements of this administration was the work with our business community and the Council to bring before the voters a renewal of a 1-cent sales tax. 7/8 of this tax has addressed and will continue to address major infrastructure needs throughout all of Jefferson Parish. 1/8 will go toward the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office to better prepare them with equipment and training to fight crime in our parish. This early renewal will help to secure approximately $500 million in funding to address aging roads, drainage, traffic control, ongoing sewage problems, and the lack of pedestrian and bike paths. These improvements will enhance the quality of life for our residents. The 7/8 cent sales tax renewal, along with the drainage and recreation millage renewal, all passed with almost 70% of the vote. As it stands, the parish maintains 3,100 miles of roads, 220 bridges. Included in this is approximately 36,000 streetlights and 153 intersection signals. We have 340 miles of drainage canals, as well as their banks to maintain. There are 1,469 miles of drainage lines, 69 pump stations with 181 total pumps, and 1,300 miles of storage lines that are monitored and maintained every day. Jefferson Parish pumps 58 million gallons of fresh, clean water through 1,600 miles of pipelines into homes, businesses, and schools every day. Also on the ballot was a renewal of a school board millage for capital improvements. Our schools are aging, and this millage is instrumental to remedy that problem. In early 2017, I announced the creation of the President's Task Force on Education. This task force is designed to work with our education leaders, the business community, and elected leadership to find ways to improve our school system. The task force will be led by one of my chief administrative assistants and former school superintendent, Dr. Diane Roussel. We are working to improve our education and workforce by opening the new Delgado Community College River City campus and School of Advanced Manufacturing. We are creating the safest playgrounds and parks this parish has ever provided. We started by replacing roofs at facilities, then installed new parking lots at 5 playgrounds. We added air conditioning at highly used facilities that desperately needed it, and updated lighting at several fields. In addition, we renovated the tot lots at 8 facilities, replaced fencing to meet our strict codes, and installed air security cameras at every playground with the help of the Sheriff's Office. Finally, we have successfully implemented a very thorough background screening process for our coaching staff. We make efforts to service the needs of all of our residents. And to that point, we recently opened the Alario Special Needs Center. This gives those residents the opportunity to participate in athletic activities with the comfort of a knowledgeable staff and world-class amenities. We are currently working with state legislators and have secured funding for a new sports complex in Westwego. This will be the new sports hub of the West Bank and will serve as an area positioned for economic growth. We are pleased with the progress at LaSalle Park as it welcomes top talent for sporting events and community functions. The Jefferson Parish Performing Arts Center celebrated its one-year anniversary with major productions in the lineup such as the story of Disney's Tarzan and the world-renowned Rocking Road to Dublin tour. The Baby Cakes baseball team has made the Shrine on Airline a popular location for AAA baseball, and the new name is quickly becoming one of the most recognized in the sport. Jefferson Parish currently has one of the most utilized and advanced library systems in the region. It consists of 15 locations with an extensive catalog of books, top-notch early childhood learning programs, and the latest technology to keep you connected to the most up-to-date information. Later this year, we will open the River Ridge Library, which will serve the needs of this ever-growing community with a state-of-the-art facility. We are a safer community because of the emergency responders and law enforcement that serve to protect us from present danger. We are also very fortunate to have a Class 1 rated fire department, which reflects the recruitment, training, and dedication to our fire department leadership. We have updated several fire stations, such as number 13, and constructed the all-new Fire Station 17, making sure firefighters have the best equipment and state-of-the-art facilities to quickly respond and save lives. We have moved Fire Department headquarters to Clearview Parkway into a 40,000 square foot building, reinforced with hurricane impact glass, new generators, and it will be the home to all administrative divisions of the East Bank Consolidated Fire Department. Also, we continue to support one of the finest law enforcement agencies in the country. Sheriff Newell Norman has brought the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office into the forefront with smart community policing, rigorous training efforts for a wide range of real-time situations, and implemented long-term strategies for crime reduction. We have addressed disasters with a regional mindset. With the tornado activity in St. John Parish, we had 3 crews on the ground arrive within 2 hours with much-needed heavy equipment to clear streets for emergency vehicles. With catastrophic floods in Baton Rouge and Livingston Parish, we deployed first responders, boats, and equipment throughout the search and rescue phase of this operation and into the recovery phase. Our animal shelter and its dedicated employees and volunteers rescued and moved out hundreds of lost pets. Our shelter was the home of many joyful reunions of lost owners and their pets. We want to recognize the efforts of all of our municipalities as they help push Jefferson Parish forward. The City of Gretna has created its Downtown 2020 plan, which will develop a more attractive and walkable and vibrant environment. Mayor Belinda Constance continues to embrace the city's historic appeal while embracing the new and innovative ways to market the city. The City of Westwego is constantly working on improvements to its infrastructure. Thanks to Mayor Johnny Schattinger's leadership, the city has opened its new City Hall and broke ground for a new state-of-the-art fire station and emergency management facility. The town of Grand Isle continues to be a sportsman's paradise. Mayor David Carmondale continues to bring out the very best competition for the Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo, which remains the oldest fishing tournament in the United States. Mayor Tina Maselli is taking the city of Harahan on a path to recovery by cutting approximately $1 million from its deficit. Also, for the first time in 22 years, all sewage pumps are functioning at the sewer plant, bringing down complaints and backups significantly. The Pump to the River project will help alleviate drainage issues that have affected this area over years. Also, the city is undergoing redevelopment of critical infrastructure. For 6 years running, the town of Jean Lafitte has been named the cleanest city in the state. In his 7th term, Mayor Tim Kerner continues to improve infrastructure by building a new auditorium along with a new pavilion. As we rebuild our coastline, we will be building a new levee protection system for Jean Lafitte as well. The City of Kenner, under the leadership of Acting Mayor Mike Segura, continued its economic engine with the implementation of its 2030 plan and development along the lakefront. I'm confident newly elected Mayor Ben Zahn will enhance the growth of the city and help maintain its status as one of the top safest cities in Louisiana. All we have done, and that we continue to do, is to create the opportunity to grow smart living neighborhoods that offer sustainable growth strategies. We will continue to work with the Parish Council to make vital decisions in shaping the parish's future. I want to thank you for making Jefferson Parish one of the best places to live, work, and raise a family in Louisiana. May God bless each of you, your families, and the great parish of Jefferson.